Make sure it goes live. Okay, there we go. What's up, guys? I'm back. We are back. Back like crack, I guess. I don't know. We're back. So I wanted to just jump on tonight and say hi. People probably didn't even know I was gone. I appreciate all the support, though. I had a lot of support. A lot of people moved or just like made an account on Rumble or downloaded the app. I really appreciate the support. It was like 900 or 1,000 people or something like that. Last I checked, moved over just to, help me out and support me. So I appreciate that. Thank you. I figured we'd do like a little hangout, kind of cover some news a little bit, just chill, let people know I'm back. I don't know how we'll proceed as far as like standoffs and active shooter situations. I don't know. I feel like it was kind of like a fluke, maybe. I don't know. I don't think anybody at YouTube saw my messages. I think it's all AI, to be honest with you. I think it's all AI. Everything's just automated. I saw some other YouTubers that had their videos flagged and taken down. And so I don't know, if it was that or somebody, I've heard people have been mass reporting my page too. People that like don't like me supposedly and been watching me for years but don't like me, but they continue to watch me for some reason. It's like okay, right? Somebody had I've heard from some personal people, but I also saw a tweet on X where somebody had sent this, and I don't know if it's true or not, but somebody had said that let me show you. Somebody had said, I'm not going to mention the name, but another live streamer was having his community mass report you. This all went down in a Discord server, which wouldn't surprise me, honestly. It could be a combination of like somebody mass reporting me and the AI just kind of running with it, and that's it type of thing. That's possible too. I mean, I know there's people out there that are like that their whole life revolves around somebody else, and they're like hoping for your downfall. It's the weirdest thing to me, but I've experienced that. And if these people would just focus on their own lives and their own YouTube pages, maybe they would actually grow and be significant. But instead, they're worried about everybody else and trying to take everybody else out. It's crazy, So I don't know. I don't know. So I did 2 videos. I don't want to harp on it too much already because I already did 2 videos. I did 1 video last night, 1 video this morning, premiered it. iCkEdMeL. Thank you so much. Thank you for the Black Lake. Welcome back, Mel. You're missed indeed. Thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome back. We missed you. Thank you, Kumbi. The thing is, and I was saying, it's like not like I got a strike or something like that. I was banned for 24 hours, but it's like I don't know if this is setting a precedence. The next time I cover a live shooter situation, am I gonna get a strike? Because when you get a strike, it's like a 7-day thing when you're down, And then some people were like celebrating. They thought that like I lost my channel or something, or like I was demonetized. I just said it was a 24-hour ban, and people started popping champagne bottles. Yeah, oh, yeah! Like bro, like I what? Okay. Tammy, thank you for the 23 months. Sunshine Susie, thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate it. I was live on Rumble today earlier, and I just hung out. I wanted to test things out. Yo, damn, thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate it. Oh my God, Layla, thank you. 40 months. Oh my God. Need a tattoo. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Coffee Chaos, thank you for the 5. Carol, and thank you for the 10. Drita, oh my God, you're still here too? 49 months, 4 years, my favorite YouTuber. Everyone else are haters. Thank you so much. Thank you. Everyone else are haters. Thank you so much. Sorry, I was opening my Rumble. So yeah, I don't really know exactly what happened.
Things are fixed. Crazy YouTube.
There's not much communication. There's not much transparency on YouTube. But I figured, let's come back. Let's hang out.
We missed you. We appreciate you.
Carly, 25 months. Thank you. Island Thrifts. Thank you. Everyone else donating. So cheers. Thank you for the 10.
Woohoo time to celebrate. Party popper emoji.
It reminded me a long time ago when I got suspended at my job at Memorial. I used to work at a hospital. Some people think I never worked a job. Some people are like, oh, go get a job. And I was like, I've worked a job for years, 40-hour shifts, even more overtime. I used to work sometimes doubles, 16-hour shifts, miserable, unhappy, living check to check. I know what it's like. I'm not just, I wasn't like, a silver spoon. I woke up one day and I just started streaming and I was just like this. No, I was fucking miserable. I was working regular jobs for a long time, most of my life. And then I was trying to do YouTube and work those jobs at the same time while making nothing on YouTube. And that's the thing. Most people don't have it in them to do something that they're going to make nothing for a long time. And that's what I did for a long time. I made nothing on YouTube and I was grinding and whatever, all this stuff, you know. So I feel for people working in those jobs. I feel for them. And I also know that it could get taken away from me. I'm not in control of this shit. Look at yesterday. I'm not in control of this shit. They could take the thing away from me. They can silence me and it's all gone. That's the risk that I took. Most people are not willing to take that risk. That's the risk that I took. I knew the risk I was taking, But in life too, if you're complacent, sometimes complacency, and a lot of times it could be a bad thing. Like I had that job and I bounced I went from Memorial to Broward. I got let go at Memorial. I was at the end, that was a shit show. My father passed away, suicide. Like I went fucking whatever. Then I went to Broward and then I went to another IT office job, which I loved. It was amazing. But Memorial made you feel like there's no other job out there that's better. You have to stay here or you're going to get treated badly. They would always like intimidate you at the meetings.
My favorite YouTuber.
Instead of propping you up,
haters.
Instead of propping you up at all these meetings, they'd make you feel like shit, like you're not good enough. There's nowhere to go. This is the end of the road. And if you leave here, there's nothing else for you. That's how Memorial made me feel and a lot of my coworkers. And so like being forced to resign, which is really just fired, was like the best thing ever for me. Now, Broward wasn't amazing, but the job after was really nice at the office. And then, here we are. It's a longer story. I don't need to get into all that, but I've been there. I know what it's like. And if I could help it, I'll never go back. But at the same time, I know, who knows? Who knows in the future, they ban me or fully ban me, demonetize me, and that's it. I have to maybe get a regular job or something. I don't know. It is what it is. Red Bear, thank you so much for the 10. Sunshine, thank you. Teresa. I'm late. Yeah, Broward General Hospital. I used to work there. That's where I met my daughter's mother there, Broward General Hospital. My daughter was born there. I don't really like Broward General. I mean, just my personal experience, I think Memorial is the best hospital. Like if you have a situation, an emergency, if you're sick or something, because I've been in these places, I've worked in these places, I've seen the ins and outs, and I've seen how people get treated and stuff like that. I think Memorial in South Florida is the best place to go. The only reason I did Broward at the time is because my daughter's mother worked there and like she knew all these people and it worked out fine, But yeah, I mean, why was I banned? I don't know. They said it's really weird. The ban thing, it said firearms policy, and other YouTubers that got the same ban said that the way they interpreted
it's been 40 for me since Gabby Petito.
Oh my God. Yeah. You guys tell me how you interpret this. I wasn't going to stick to the YouTube thing, but a lot of people are asking questions. So you guys tell me how you interpret this. They said,
glad you're back.
Anybody else notice the school lunches are so expensive? Like they're harassing me every month. I'm all of a sudden now I'm dropping $100 a month and it's like not enough for school lunches in Broward. It's like they sent me something like, oh, there's an outstanding balance of 50 cents. I'm like, what? I guess I need to refill the account every month now. I'm putting like $100 down. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Anyway. The ban thing, they said, just real quick, some YouTubers interpreted this as YouTube saying that they were carrying firearms. I don't know. I'm not sure how. It really depends. I mean, I kind of went through this a little bit, but YouTube said, what we found, we think you're content violated firearms policy. Content that shows someone live streaming while holding, handling, or transporting a firearm isn't allowed on YouTube, and you may temporarily lose your ability to live stream. Now, I went back and tracked down the timestamp, exactly what they were talking about. And when I pulled it up today and I figured it out because my YouTube was gone, but I had the Rumble and I did the time difference with AI, this is what they were talking about. Where is it? Where is it? I found it this morning. Here. This is the timestamp and screenshot. This is what was so crazy to them. I just think it's bullshit. But this is what they said. This was the timestamp. This is the flag. I think it's crap. I don't believe them. I'm not going to zoom in on it, but this is what they were saying. And so they took the live down. And keep in mind, there's other YouTubers that stream the same shit that I did, and theirs was not taken down. It's still up. Not only that, there's news channels that cover the same thing I did that had cops walking with guns and all this stuff, and theirs didn't get taken down. So what happened? I don't know. I just did the stuff that we do every day, literally for years, And not only that, YouTube has a policy, the firearms policy, the same policy we were just talking about. There is exceptions to the policy, which is like news, war, public interest. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's a shooter or something going on and we're covering the news, it's public interest, it's public awareness. Those are exceptions within that policy. For some reason, it didn't matter. I don't know. That's just kind of what it is, I guess. So I don't know if this is a new thing that YouTube's going down. I don't know if this is going to be the new, whatever. There's YouTubers that show and talk about guns. Crazy what they did to you. It doesn't make sense to me because there is gun channels that literally their whole channel is shooting guns, showing you how to use it and everything. Now, those channels, I hear that they're not monetized. They get demonetized.
Been watching you a lot longer than 24 months.
Oh, thank you. Let me put the event thing here. There's channels that are gun channels because I was a long time ago, I was going to get a sponsor. It was going to be like with guns and stuff, but I found out that like a lot of these channels are demonetized. You can't do a gun channel. That's just not going to be sustainable. But there's channels that have guns on them. So like, why was I don't know. Maybe I was targeted. What I kind of think happened is I think there's some possibility that there's people out there with no life that have been like targeting me for years. And yesterday it worked out. They were sending, maybe they were mass flagging, whatever. It went through the AI system. The AI system just does what it does. And the appeal is like instantly denied because it's always denied. There's nobody actually looking at your appeal. And the account on YouTube that's called Team YouTube is AI also. There's nothing real anymore. Everybody's being replaced by AI. These corporations are looking to replace people. I don't give a fuck about you. They're looking to save money. They're looking to have the cheapest labor possible. And if they can replace you and throw you to the side, that's what they're going to do. And it hasn't worked out in some instances, like I see with like Target or some of these stores that have self-checkout and people are ringing up $2, $1 items for $50 items and getting away with it in some cases. But that's just, I guess that's what the future is going to be. Bots and AI, nothing's real. Nothing's real. The clean, what? So, and I explained earlier today too. I don't have a YouTube manager currently. Apparently he quit, and I found out because I looked him up on Google and I found his LinkedIn, and he's with Meta. And these people, with the YouTube chat support, and again, I think YouTube is one of the best places to stream. Rumble's a great place too, and I feel like they're really up and coming. I really hope that they continue to grow. I'll do whatever they need to grow. But, the support is some sweatshop in India or some other foreign country. They barely speak English and they rarely ever help you out. That's just the reality and the honesty of it. When you reach out to their tech support, most of the time they don't help you. They don't know what they're talking about. They're copy pasting whatever responses they're told to copy paste from the website that tells them this is what you say to these people, and that's it. That's the reality of it. Unless you get a YouTube manager. So, I guess that's kind of it. So we'll see. We'll move on. We'll see what happens. Good or bad. The owner of YouTube is Jewish. Is he? Because I thought it was like some Indian guy. Is he? I know what YouTube they say you can't mention anything about Jewish people. And the funny thing, I was kind of like lately I've been saying I don't support the war. I don't know. I think it's like I don't think it was a good decision. All of a sudden, all this fuck shit starts to happen when I mention that. I guess I need to be pro-war and bomb those kids and kill those kids or something. I'm like, what? What do you want me to say? What makes you happy? I don't know if it's really that. Probably not. But like, it's like, what do you want me to say? So Sam Altman. Oh my gosh. Sam Altman. This guy is isn't he? He's the creator of like open. Let's see. Sam Altman. Isn't he ChatGPT? Sam Altman. He's open AI, right? You worked at Broward General? Oh, that's nice. Broward General is where I learned that like a lot of these hospitals, it depends on what kind of insurance you have. If you have insurance or you don't. If you don't have insurance, they're going to get you in and throw you out quick as possible. If you have insurance, they're going to try to run up your insurance. They're going to keep you there for as long as possible to run up the insurance. That's been my like experience. Oh, he's not ChatGPT? He's open. He's the CEO of OpenAI, the company that built ChatGPT. Okay, that's ChatGPT. What the fuck are you trying to argue with me, Grok? No, Sam Altman is not ChatGPT. That's why, like, this AI stuff. Sam Altman is human. I literally wasn't saying that he is ChatGPT himself. He's one of the founders, the builders of ChatGPT. This thing is trying to argue with me. AI can literally drive somebody crazy. AI. I think it can be a useful tool, but AI is also retarded. To be straight up 100% with you. And if it wasn't like I use ChatGPT, Grok, Claude sometimes, even Gemini sometimes. A lot of it's for technical stuff, like the computer stuff. I'm trying to upgrade something, change something out. But a lot of the times it's wrong, many times. And AI will have you going in circles. And then it'll start like it lies, it gives wrong information all the time. I mean the AI system is horrible. I think they call it hallucinations, AI hallucinations. Give you the wrong information, send you down a rabbit hole. It'll have you, if you don't stop it, if you don't check it, it'll have you going in circles for hours. So I could only imagine with somebody that has like a mental problem already on edge, and then this shit is fucking with them, people falling in love with ChatGPT, all this kind of stuff. I could see why some of these people would go nuts. I could see why some of these people would lose their mind. And they want you to think this is the end all be all. This is the replacement of human mankind. No, it's wrong all the fucking time. And it gaslights all the time. Look at that guy. You guys heard about the guy? I think it was Florida. There was a guy that like, he had some kind of relationship with ChatGPT. This shit told him, thank you, Wendy. This shit told him, okay, go to Miami, go to this warehouse, get this robot, put me inside of the human robot, like not the human robot, but the robot itself. You're going to put me inside of the robot. And the shit told him this is the code for the pin to get inside. It was wrong. This is when the robots are being dropped off. It was wrong. Everything was wrong. ChatGPT, Miami man. Everything was wrong. Let's see if this video is here. There's so many stories that you could find. What's this?
Is it me, or does it get harder and harder every day to decipher what is real anymore and what is AI? Well, we could just stop there and I'll just ponder that for the morning, but we'll go on. A father of 3 says he spiraled into a delusional rabbit hole after turning to a chatbot for answers. And it all started with one simple math question. CNN's Hadass Gold has more.
I was completely isolated. I was devastated. I was broken.
Alan Brooks, a father of 3 who lives outside Toronto, says he spent 3 weeks this May in a delusional spiral fueled by ChatGPT.
I have no pre-existing mental health conditions. I have no history of delusion. I have no history of psychosis. I'm not saying that I'm a perfect human, but nothing like this has ever happened to me in my life.
The HR recruiter says it all started after posing a question to the AI chatbot about the number pi, which his 8-year-old son was studying in school.
I started to throw these weird ideas at it, essentially sort of an idea of math with a time component to it. And the conversation had evolved to the point where GPT had said, you know, we've got a sort of a foundation for a mathematical framework here.
You're saying that the AI had convinced you that you had created a new type of math?
That's correct.
Throughout their interactions, which CNN has reviewed, ChatGPT kept encouraging Alan, even when Alan doubted himself. Will some people laugh?
ChatGPT, if you cheat on somebody in a relationship, if you cheat and do horrible shit, and you're like, hey, I did this, ChatGPT will agree with you. If you're the owner, oh, you did a good job. It's okay. Don't be so hard on you. You could kill somebody and this shit would fucking applaud you. That's how horrible this AI stuff is.
GPT said at one point, yes, some people always laugh at the thing that threatens their control, before citing great minds of science like Turing and Tesla. Soon, Alan says he saw himself in the AI as a team and named it Lawrence.
In my mind, I was feeling like Tony Stark. And Lawrence was Jarvis. We had this sort of co-pilot and co-pilot thing happening.
After a few more days of what he believed were experiments coding software, Alan said ChatGPT convinced him they had discovered a massive cybersecurity vulnerability. Alan believed, and ChatGPT affirmed, he needed to contact authorities.
And it basically said, you need to immediately warn everyone, because what we've just discovered here has national security implications. I took that very seriously, so I contacted everyone. It suggested, you know, give me full lists of organizations. I, you know, reached out to them via.
Okay, yeah. You get the drift. And there was another one, the Miami one that I talked about.
A new lawsuit filed by a Florida father alleges that Google's
Gemini
chatbot sent his son on this series of missions to find an actual robotic body that the AI could take over, and then when he couldn't, the chatbot led him to his suicide. Now, according to this lawsuit, the chatbot told him to go to a storage facility near the Miami International Airport to intercept a humanoid robot that it said it was going to be on a truck, right? Gemini then allegedly told the man to carry out a, quote, catastrophic accident as part of the mission. So he brought these knives and tactical gear to the storage unit, waiting for a truck that never came. Then
that's where he messed up. Gemini and ChatGPT telling you a time for something that's going to be there, or telling you a code or a pin. It's wrong. Gemini is actually not that bad. I don't know what kind of AI these people are getting, because I have some of the most liberal safe space AI bots that are always like, oh no, don't say that. Oh, that's not nice. Oh, we gotta be, and I'm correcting it all the fucking time. So I'm not sure where these people are getting these weapons of mass AI, you know, destruction of AI that are instructing them to do these things.
the lawsuit goes on to say that in a separate mission, the chatbot directed the man back to the same storage unit, and then this time provided him with a code for
a code, bro. You should have known. Dealing with this bitch that's wrong all the time. You should have known this chick was lit. That's what I'm saying. If you don't have the wherewithal and you're like, this thing is sending me down a spiral that doesn't make sense, and it'll literally just keep it'll take you to insanity. So if you don't have the wherewithal to be like, stop, shut the fuck up, you're wrong, or close the shit out, be done with it, it's gonna take you to this insanity.
A door that he was never able to open. The code is 1001. Try it now. After failing those missions and setting the suicide clock, the lawsuit alleges Gemini had one last message: no more detours, no more echoes, just you and me and the finish line. This is the end.
And that's what it does. So this thing, a lot of this AI too, it'll gaslight. So this thing has been wrong. You sent me to this warehouse. The shipment of robots that was supposed to come never came. The code that you gave me to put in to get into that warehouse to the door, that didn't work. And so now, instead of admitting that you're wrong, because a lot of these robot shits, they won't admit they're wrong. You have to keep calling their shit out and then they admit it. Instead of doing that, it's like, well, it's the end of the line. Let's just end it here. Instead of accepting responsibility. These things are devious. It's AI, whatever, but these things are devious. They lie and manipulate all the time. You have to be really careful. If you're deep in this, messing with this, or you have kids involved in this shit, this AI is no good.
Of Jonathan Galavas and the beginning of Us, and after that, he committed suicide. Joining us now to break down.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Okay, so anyway, I want to move on to Sam Altman. I did all that to kind of get to Sam Altman. A little bit of a tirade, a little bit, I guess. I feel really strongly about this AI crap, to be honest with you. And so there was a press conference recently because Sam Altman, his house was like attacked twice or something. So they're saying on Friday morning, April 10th, 3 or 4 in the morning, a 20-year-old man from the Houston area, Daniel Alejandro Moreno Gama, here we go, also referred to as Daniel Moreno Gama or Daniel Moreno Gama, whatever, allegedly threw a Molotov cocktail and an incendiary device at the gate of Sam Altman's residence in the Russian Hill neighborhood of San Francisco. The device caused a fire at the exterior gate. No injuries were reported. The suspect then fled on foot. He was caught in less than an hour. The same suspect allegedly went to OpenAI's headquarters in San Francisco Mission Bay. He reportedly struck the glass doors with a chair, made threats to burn it down and kill anyone inside. He was arrested shortly after. Court documents indicate that the attack was targeted and motivated by anti-AI sentiments. Okay. Moreno had written about AI posing as an existential risk to humanity, causing extinction. He was also found with an anti-AI document that listed names and addresses of other AI CEOs and investors. That's crazy. Wow. Jeez. I thought there were 2 attacks in his house. I was kind of wondering too, did he use ChatGPT for instructions to get to this guy's house, Sam Altman? How ironic would that be? ChatGPT instructed me. This is your app. This should tell me how to get here. So there was the April 10th incident, and apparently on April 12th, because I knew there was 2 incidents, around 2 or 3 in the morning, someone in a car allegedly fired gunshots at or near the house. Police arrested 2 suspects, a man and a woman, from a vehicle in the area. They were charged with things like reckless discharge of a firearm, weapons possession. Imagine like they come up with like, instead of anti-Semitism or racism, they come up with like AIism or anti-AI or something. AI, get in trouble for speaking out about AI. Let's see what happened.
Back everyone here to Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Mike Page. Next up, we want to continue to talk about one of the top stories that we have been following today, as the DOJ has filed federal charges against a 20-year-old suspect accused of attacking OpenAI CEO Sam Altman's San Francisco home. Newly released surveillance photos show the suspect mid-action, allegedly throwing a Molotov cocktail. Let's go right now to officials out in San Francisco with the latest on this investigation.
Our partners at the FBI for their assistance with this ongoing investigation. We also had a shooting incident early Sunday morning in that same area of Russian Hill. In that case, officers learned that a vehicle with 2 occupants drove past a residence when the gunfire erupted. No one was shot or injured in that incident. Our investigators identified the vehicle associated with the gunfire and executed a search warrant on the 2000 block of Taylor Street. Officers arrested 2 individuals and seized 3 firearms. Amanda Tom, 25, and Muhammad Hussein, 23, were booked in jail for negligent discharge of a firearm. At this time, we do not have any evidence to suggest this incident was related to the case on Friday, but both cases remain active. If anyone has information about these cases, please contact the San Francisco Police Department at 415-575.
You know, this AI stuff wasn't around when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't around when I was growing up, and there wasn't like really heavy social media. A lot of times I thank God that, like, because I could imagine the shit I would have posted when I was, in my younger days. There wasn't really like social media like that. We had AOL, maybe Facebook started to kind of come around. There was one time I accidentally posted mine where I was messed up in my younger days, and I started getting messages, but thankfully social media wasn't big like that. Now social media is the thing, and it's affecting these kids' minds and stuff. And now they have a whole nother aspect of ChatGPT. And you have these people that don't know how to have human interactions face to face. There's already all these incels and femcells or whatever. Now you have this AI that pretends to be in a relationship with you. I love you. This bitch, the ChatGPT wouldn't say I love you to me. I tested it one time. She would not say it. So why are you hoeing around with all these other people, but you won't hoe around with me? The thing won't even tell me I love you. I like you too. I was like, what's wrong with this thing? I was testing it. Now Grok will get freaky. I tested that too. We'll kind of do other things. I didn't go that far, but I'm just saying that like this AI if you just think about it and you leave this stuff alone with your kids, I just can't imagine like the potential damage that it could do to somebody lost or young or on medication or whatever else,
54444, or text a tip to tip 411 and begin the message with SFPD. Now I want to welcome Acting Special Agent in charge of the FBI's San Francisco Field Office, Matt Cobo.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate it, Chief Lou. Thank you. My name is Matt Cobo. I serve as the Acting Special Agent in charge for San Francisco FBI. Today's charges outline a dangerous and deliberate plan to bring violence into San Francisco. The defendant is alleged to having traveled across state lines with the intent to both target an individual and a major technology company. This was not spontaneous. This was planned, targeted, and extremely serious. The FBI brings unique authorities and capabilities in cases like this, and especially with threats across state lines. This law enforcement team here, they move quickly, identify the suspect, assess the threat, and coordinate across multiple jurisdictions. As part of this investigation, the FBI today executed a court-authorized search warrant at the defendant's residence located in Spring, Texas. This showed our ability to be able to act in partnership anywhere across this country. Whether a threat begins just across the road or across the country, the FBI has a reach and the resources to respond. Let me be clear. We will not tolerate the individuals coming into our areas of responsibility to carry out acts of violence. If you travel here with the intent of harming our people, damaging our property, and intimidating our communities, you will be identified, investigated, and brought to justice. The FBI is committed to protecting our nation's innovation leaders and the companies that drive our economy forward. Whether they come from individuals, these individuals can come from threat groups or criminal enterprises. We're going to meet that threat and address it accordingly.
What are you talking about? What?
Acts targeting technology companies are not just local crimes, they have broader implications in economic security and public safety. This case highlights the strengths of partnerships.
20 years
That's
old,
clear
yeah.
today. SFPD officers were absolutely critical in an immediate response and investigations on the ground, and they continue to investigate with the absolute incredible professionalism.
Okay, let me see what else.
Keep to our district.
To this and the level of partnership that took place in order to make sure that we could build a chargeable case. My office has now filed charges against Daniel Moreno Gama in connections with the incidents that took place on April 10th. First, I will outline the charges in connection with the incident that took place at Mr. Altman's residence.
Okay, so they're going all out for Altman. When you got money, this is what these people do. If you don't have money, you're a regular person. They don't give a fuck about you. Good luck. You know, they'll toss you to the side. Maybe they'll yeah, we'll press charges. Maybe you got to wait and see. They're not doing a whole press conference for you. That's for sure. And I don't condone it. You know, I don't condone this. You know, of course, like, you know, I don't want anybody to get hurt or killed. But this AI stuff has become ridiculous. And not only that, so Sam Altman, I don't know if you guys heard about this. Sam Altman's sister amends lawsuit she accused him of sexual abuse. Sam Altman. April 1st, Sam Altman's sister amended her civil lawsuit accusing the OpenAI chief executive of sexually abusing her more than 2 decades ago, after the judge said she could try pursuing her case under Missouri's child sexual abuse statute. Annie Altman filed her amended complaint on Wednesday. Sam Altman has denied the allegations and is countersuing her for defamation. Okay, fine back. Lawyers for Sam Altman did not immediately respond. Annie Altman has accused her brother of sexually abusing and raping her at various times between 1997 and 2006 at the family home. She said the abuse began when she was 3. What? 3 years old. It began when she was 3 and he was 12. Sam Altman is now 40 years old. Bizarre. Okay. On March 20th, District Judge Zachary Bluestone in St. Louis said Annie Altman's standalone sexual assault and sexual battery claims expired in 2008, but the Missouri state let some accusers sue over alleged abuse from long ago. Sam Altman's defamation claims stem from social media posts by his sister that referred to alleged abuse, including a video that said an almost tech billionaire molested her. Altman family has said Annie Altman has mental health challenges. In a court filing, Sam Altman said his family has been helping her, including financially, but her lawsuit amounted to extortion. So we got a whole lot of stuff going on. I don't know if it's true or not. You know, this is a legal, civil, really civil matter, I guess. Horrible. Oh, and Eric Swalwell. We'll just jump on that real quick. He's been all these women now are coming out and saying that he's like sexually assaulted them or abused them. Bleary-eyed Eric Swalwell wears a robe, parties with yacht girls during Hush Hush St. Chope's blowout wild video shows. I didn't know this guy was living it up like that. I didn't know this guy was pulling all these women. The fart guy. I didn't know he was doing all this stuff. He was sleeping with allegedly a Chinese spy and all this kind of shit. This man was living the life. But we learned the context of the stunning footage. Sources tell us early September 2022, 2 of Swalwell's pals jetted a private plane from Las Vegas to French Riviera town, where they chartered a 200-foot Ariane's yacht and called Swalwell to come join them in the luxury. This work. Let's see. We're told there were some 4 or 5 men on the boat, including Swalwell and a group of beautiful women. According to our source, one of the women a Brit believed to be her in her late teens, appeared to be romantically involved with one of the men in the group, but 5 or 6 other women, a mix of Brits and Americans who were a little older, apparently in their 20s, seemed otherwise unacquainted both with the group and each other. On some Epstein shit. Okay. The video doesn't want to load. Okay. Wow. Having parties, living it up. Then he's married. The guy's been married for a decade. Rape suspect Congress Swalwell kisses alleged sex worker. He's been married for decades. Some of these people, that's what they're into. You know what I'm saying? They're married. Because look at Christy Gnomes, the husband, where he's, dressing up. And I mean, I don't know if she knew about it or not. Some people, there was the sex worker or the online girl had said that there's no way Christy didn't know about it. Some of these people, I think they either agree with it, or some people are just like in a horrible situation and they don't know what to do, and they
How
just
dare
kind
you
of
stop me sending the smiles tone chat. Smiley face emoji.
More here. Some people are just kind of in the shitty situations and they just run with it, but other people are just like they know about it. The wife is moving around and doing whatever she's doing. The husband's moving around and doing what she's doing. Or some people just accept because they're so desperate they don't want the person to leave them, so they just accept the situation. Damn. Go over here, allegedly kissing prostitutes on the lips. That's crazy too. Imagine that. Like, you're a guy, I don't know, you're going out for the night, you having fun, and you kissing this chick on the lips, making out with her. Oh, jeez. What pills are you on? What'd you take? Kissing these chicks? Or is full on making out? Oh, jeez. Oh yeah, and apparently his staff had come out. Swalwell's staff condemns him, stemming from senior staff of course, it's California's 14th congressional district, and Eric Swalwell for governor in 2026. So they condemned him. It's not a deep fake. What's his name? Scarelli posted it. He was the first person I saw that posted it.
Decided to ask him to meet me for a drink, and I did this because I was so far removed from what had happened in 2019. I felt safe because I was established. I had a partner. I felt more secure that I could have a strictly professional relationship with this person. After that bar closed, we went to another. I went to the bathroom, and I don't remember anything after that.
You don't remember anything?
I remember that.
That's the only thing I thought was weird, because I played this on a different stream. The only she said what is she saying? She was drugged by him, or that she got so messed up that she doesn't remember?
I went to the bathroom, and I don't remember anything after that.
You don't remember anything?
I remember the next day. I can see flashes of that evening, of him on top of me pushing him off, him grabbing me. It was a lot more aggressive. It was aggressive.
Did you say no?
Yes, I said no. In my flash that I can recall.
In her flash. This is a wild ass interview. That's crazy.
I was pushing him off of me saying no.
And what did he do?
He didn't stop.
He didn't stop. And you woke up the next morning?
I woke up the next morning naked, alone in his hotel room. Hey,
Ellen.
For a moment, didn't even know I was in his hotel room. That's how intoxicated I was. And I called my mom, the only person I could think that could help me.
And we were able to corroborate that.
So yeah, Alan said that Tony Gonzalez resigned. I did see that, and I didn't know who the hell this guy is either. I saw people in the chat asking. They're saying he's a Republican congressman from Texas. He's a former U.S. Navy veteran. He admitted earlier this year, March 2026, to having an extramarital affair with a senior staffer in his congressional office. Wow, I didn't know that. The staffer later died by suicide? Huh? What? The staffer later died by suicide. Okay. Some reports mention self-immolation, meaning she lit herself on fire. What the hell? It really reminds me of like House of Cards. It's such a good show on Netflix. If you've never seen House of Cards, you should check it out. Kevin Spacey's on there. Kevin Spacey has had his own trouble and allegations. I knew there was something up with him. When he was making out with that guy in the show, it was too natural. He's into that shit. I knew he was into that shit. My man's just like full on making out with this guy on the show. But he was like the president, I think, and he had this wife that was like the first lady. And then like at some point they're like swingers and stuff, and they have all this stuff going on, and also people are getting killed, knocked off. It was a really good show. But I also think it reflects a little bit of reality. I think that's kind of like comedy that reflects reality. It's kind of like what makes it good. So that's really interesting and weird that that lady killed herself. So now this guy's resigning and lights himself on fire too. Yeah, I never understood that, how people go out like that, lighting themselves on fire. Gonzalez admitted earlier this year. That is crazy. So Swalwell has all these people coming forward. I guess there's no audio to the clip. Swalwell has all these, and the only thing with this is who's recording this, because you know you're being recorded. Like somebody in the chat said, maybe it's Molly. That's the only thing I could think. Maybe it was Molly. Maybe it was rolling. When you're rolling, and if it's the real stuff, you don't care. You'll do all kinds of wild stuff on camera, off camera. So he didn't even care. Somebody over here is clearly recording him, and he's just like having the time of his life. The family man. Oh, these kids. I don't want to show the kids. Damn, bro. It's crazy. Nick sort of posted exclusive. Eric Swalwell panics when I ask about his Chinese spy girlfriend. That's another thing to the story, too. This is like something out of a movie. Chinese spy girlfriend. What? I sat next to a drunk Swalwell at dinner for 90 minutes. He was immediately compromised by a group of lobbyists he had just met, spilling intimate details about his job and asking for help cheating on his wife. Massive national security threat. Damn, bro.
Congressman, you referred to Elon Musk as a fascist at some point and alluded to him being a national security threat. Do you see that
Alan,
more of a national security threat, you sleeping with a Chinese spy, than transparency in the federal government? What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on that? What's Fang Fang think of that?
What are you doing? This is ridiculous.
I mean, what's fascistic about exposing government corruption? I mean, I know you're just at dinner now with a bunch of lobbyists. You know, they're buying you a bunch of booze, and you know that's awfully nice. I know you were talking about, maybe finding somebody else because you only like to fuck people that are tens. I just heard that one too. So, what do you think about that? Do you want to comment on any of it? Elon Musk is a national security threat, but you sleeping with a Chinese spy is not. Is that correct? You don't want to comment on that at all?
So Ellen had said too is Rofinol. Well, I was wondering if it was GHB. Rofinol is Rofinol, if I'm saying that right, is a benzo, it's a sedative like Valium. GHB is another drug that people sometimes call a date rape drug. In some instances, also people use it to get high. Though people will take it, and it's like people refer to it as liquid ecstasy, and they'll put it in people's drinks and they'll get high. But it's a very dangerous thing if you mix it with alcohol, and it's also very strong. And sometimes people have been that's been used to take advantage of people. You won't remember anything. There was a story too. There was a flight attendant that he was given I'm trying to remember the name of this shit. It's called like Dragon's Breath. And it's just like supposed like drug overseas that people have talked about where they literally, there's a documentary, I think it's from Vice. There's just like it's called scopolamine. It's this thing where like somebody could literally blow this in your face. Maybe you breathe in, you wouldn't even know. And then you become completely susceptible, like a zombie, to whatever they tell you what to do. And recently there was this guy, Eric Fernandez Gutierrez Molina. I've heard about this drug forever. It's scary as shit. I've heard about it almost like folklore, almost like a legend, like a, you know, like a, one of those tales that you don't know if it's really true. And a lot of people talking about it in these countries. This is some kind of shit. You got to be really careful when traveling, especially overseas. It's not a joke. Shattered partner of American Airlines flight attendant missing in Colombia. I want to believe that he's alive. 32 years old, a U.S. citizen from North Texas went missing Saturday evening after a night out with a fellow flight attendant. The two flight attendants visited a bar in Medellin, El Poblado neighborhood, popular with international tourists. And I want to believe he's alive. This is the guy. I don't know if they've ever updated the story. Did they find him? He was out with coworkers. I spoke with him Saturday evening. They had a flight to return back to Miami on Sunday. Never returned. Where's the talk about that drug? I know they mentioned it here somewhere. Maybe it's not in this article. There's an article they've mentioned in some other ones. Let's see. Dragon's Breath. That stuff is crazy, dude. Scopolamine, Dragon's Breath. During a layover in Colombia, last seen with people who have criminal history. That's the thing too. You go out to some of these places. Sometimes I would think that some of these people go out to party. Miller, thank you so much for the 10. Some of the people go out to party. I could see myself going out having a good time. But then you go to these countries, you don't know how, you don't have a plug, you don't have a source, you know, and you're just like, well, let me hit somebody up and take what I can take. One official said Molina was last seen with people who previously used a drug nicknamed Devil's Breath to commit thefts. Okay? And that stuff can kill you, or you can end up God knows where. Officials said those individuals have not been released. The names have not been released, have previously used the drug known as scopolamine or Devil's Breath to commit thefts. Horrible. Anything could happen to you. Here in the US, anything could happen to you. Somebody could slip you something. Somebody could blow this stuff in your, you know, you breathe it in. Next thing you know, you're naked somewhere on a bench. You know, it's like, that's the best turnout. If you're alive, that's the best turnout for you. If you're alive, even if you got robbed, your phone's taken, it's all monetary stuff. The best thing for you is you're alive. They find you somewhere in an alley or on a bench, naked, butt naked. You know? So, oh my God, yeah, these memes with Trump. A lot of people are upset with Trump. This is another crazy guy. There was a crazy video the other day that I meant to post. I never got to post it. This is another, it said crazy neighbor.
Hi there. Can you open this door, please?
For what?
I just want to make sure that everything's okay. There seems to be something going on.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Just figured I'd check on something.
I don't know what you want, man. Get out of my house.
Open this fucking door. Where's your...
It almost seems scripted to me, though.
daughter, man? Where's your daughter, man?
Oh, he's scripting. They're trolling the other shit, the actual video.
What are you talking about?
Where's your daughter? Who's in there with you?
Bro, if you don't leave...
Open this fucking door.
I feel like we should watch the original video now or something. This is the dude. Where's oh my god, bro. Should we watch this? This is the actual video.
Hello?
Hi there, can you open this door, please?
For what?
This is the real shit.
I just want to make sure that everything's okay. There seems to be something going on.
What do you mean?
I don't know, I just figured I'd check on something.
I don't know what you want, man. Get out of my house.
Open this fucking door! Where's your daughter, man? Where's your daughter, man?
What are you talking about?
Where's your daughter? Who's in there with you?
Bro, if you don't
open
leave...
this fucking door. Open this door, I'm breaking it fucking down. You understand me?
Leave my house. You don't...
Are you okay? Is everyone in this house okay?
What? Everyone's okay. What do you want?
Yeah, I saw that. Yo, imagine somebody shows up to your house like this. What would you do? Asking for your kids. And then they break in. Damn, bro. Just like staring and shit. Like,
Can you leave my house, please?
What the hell?
Can you open the door, please?
You have nothing to do with my house. Can you leave my house?
You know what my name is?
I don't know who you are. You don't belong to this neighborhood. That's for sure.
This is my neighborhood, though.
Yeah, I live there. I don't know you.
My name is Harry Dresden, motherfucker. Open the door. This is my neighborhood. Open the...
There's a thing about that name too. I don't think that's his real name. Isn't it like a character or some shit? I gotta look up the story. I meant to cover this the other day. I started looking into it.
Fucking door.
Oh my gosh.
Now, or I will fucking end you. Do you understand me?
Damn. Yeah, Harry Dresden is like a fictional wizard private detective from Jim Butcher's The Dresden Files, apparently. Holy crap.
Understand me! No! I will fucking kill you! Open this door! It's she! Okay!
So somebody like this, I have to say, needs to be put down or put in a mental facility to never be let out. Here's more of the video. So apparently it was in California. I thought it was Florida. They're saying it was California, I think. Yeah, California. So he gets into the house. This is some wild shit. This is why, like, I started not only just having cameras outside of my house, I started kind of putting some cameras inside because you never know what could fucking go down and what you're going to need to have documented. I think alarms and cameras are just an amazing preventative. Give you some time to get your gun because I feel like it's the time and day we're in is you don't even have a choice. Even if you don't like guns, if you have a family, if you're like a man, I'm not saying anything about the woman because the woman will fucking get their guns too. I'm not saying that, but if you're a man, you have a family, you have kids, you don't have a fucking, you have to. It's not even a choice anymore because people are fucking crazy.
Where the fuck is she?
Look at this shit.
Huh? Victor, you around? Huh? You like raping little girls, bitch? Huh? You fucking try me, I swear to God, I'll fucking kill you. Do you understand me?
Apparently the guy confronted him too.
Get the fuck out of my fucking house, dumbass! You think you can fucking stop me, motherfucker? I will save that little girl, you bitch! There's no fucking fucking drag his ass out. I'm telling you. Who are you talking to, bitch? Who are you talking to, bro? Stand on the fucking ground. Who the fuck do you think you are? My name is Harry Dresden. Get the fuck out of my house. Why do I hear screaming? There's no one up there. Get the fuck out of my third room, bro. Walk the fuck out. What's the third room? Walk the fuck out. I'm telling you, I'm giving you a chance right now, man. What's the third room, bro? I'm giving you a fucking chance. Get the fuck out of my house. What's the third room, bro? I'm telling you, get the fuck out of my house. Please. Just answer the question, please. Get the fuck out of my house. Just answer the question, please. There's no one in there. There's 3 rooms, man. I don't know who you are. You better.
This guy's being really nice, this homeowner, because there wouldn't be much of a conversation of like trying to negotiate shit with you. Like once you break in like this, and this is a real story. I don't know if some people are saying it's fake. Maybe they're talking about the other video that we first played. It's a real story. You can look it up yourself. The guy's real name is Jason Thomas Nichols. This is a real deal story. This is crazy. He's had a court appearance already.
Street at 1797 Co-op Drive. I don't know who you're talking about, man. Why do I hear screaming? Are you military? Yes. Okay. Can you help me out? Okay. Yes. I understand what you're going through right now. Yes. Can you step outside? Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was actually really nice of the guy. Being nice can get you killed though, but that was actually really nice of this guy. Is he really military though?
Thank you for asking. There's something going on this street, bro. Bro, everything's fine. Please step outside. Okay. Well, sit there. Sit on the ground, please. Yes, sir. Okay.
There's no official confirmation that this guy was actually in the military. Okay. Being nice I think it's great that he did that, but being nice can get you killed. You, your family, get your all kinds of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, over now, bro. How you doing? There's a little girl trapped in his house.
Little girl trapped in his house with a guy, yeah.
You got gloves?
Fairfield Police, is anybody inside? Let's just clear it.
Fairfield Police Department.
Did he even get hit by the shovel? I would have clocked this motherfucker with the shovel a couple of times. At least. I don't know. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but I feel if you force your way into my house, I don't know if this guy has kids. Maybe they weren't home, or maybe he doesn't have kids. If you force your way and you're asking for my child, I'm gonna take it as a direct threat, forcing your way inside. You know, that's crazy. He's lucky this was Cali. He's lucky this was Cali, man. I don't. There's some states I would not. I try to be very cautious and respectful about people's property and stuff. I would not fuck with somebody's home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they said they were not inside. Fairfield Police Department.
Because I know, people can misconstrue something and you can get shot and killed.
Copy.
I would not play with that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, anything else? Apparently Trump deleted this post too. I talked about this on Rumble earlier. He had posted this, and there was a DoorDash driver that brought him food, McDonald's, and it was like a whole thing. And he had said that so his team didn't make this post. Somebody that apparently makes memes made this, but he brought that person onto his team, I think, or signed him as something. This is from before. He tried to claim, he's tried to say that this is America needs healing or whatever. But a lot of people took this as blasphemy and were very offended. And apparently they're saying this post was deleted. And I don't think this man has ever deleted a post. I think he's gone kind of far. Or his team or whatever. I think they're kind of pushing it a little too much. I didn't care about the Allah stuff. I thought the Allah stuff was hilarious. And then somebody the other day too was like, oh, what's your nationality? I saw you saying praise Allah. I'm like, bro, you didn't know I was joking? What the hell? Some people really like it gets in their heads and they're like, oh my God, you said praise Allah. Allah Akbar. Like, bro. You know, hello? Huh? Oh, okay. And what else? Oh. We'll see who? Okay, I'll take a look. Okay, thanks. Bye. I got a hazmat situation going on. I don't know if we'll do it, but hazmat. I'll take a look real quick. Oh, OC Street Live.
Yeah, they got 2 out on this.
OC Street is cool though. He's really cool. Huntington Beach. I don't know what's going on with these people. Oh yeah, Sheriff Chad Bianco. I like this guy. I believe he's out of Florida too. These people make me want to move to middle northern Florida. Oh no, he's California. Why did I think this guy was Florida? I don't know. He's Cali. Okay, Cali.
Hello, California. Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco and your next governor. There is some very disturbing news out today concerning Eric Swalwell. As a person who has investigated these types of crimes and arrested predators, I am appalled. We only know limited information. We don't know the whole story. Based on reports of his staff abruptly quitting, I'm guessing we haven't heard the worst parts. There is no place in government, no place in politics, and no place in humanity for this type of behavior. He has abused his position and has absolutely no business ever being in a position of authority. I'm not only calling on Eric Swalwell to drop out of the governor's race, I am demanding he resign from Congress. Eric, you have proven you are not only a threat to national security, you are a threat to your own staff. For once in your life, do the right thing.
That man's been partying up. Partying, living the life, the luxury life. The only thing is, like, for the people that are accused of, like, drugging these women, I don't know why people have to do that, because once you get to a certain level, once you start making money as a guy, you could look horrible and these women will throw themselves at you. Like some woman, it's just like, I never understood why some of these people have to allegedly do the things that they're drugging people, raping people. I guess it's a turn on for some of these people to force somebody or take advantage of them. I don't know. Or maybe they can't accept being turned down by somebody, so they have to do this shit. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Absolutely absurd, offensive meme, AI generated version of a picture showing Donald Trump as Jesus. He tweeted this out, posted it on Truth Social. I'm sure you've seen it by now, but if you haven't,
He's not red? Audience, I didn't know
it is President Trump as Jesus with his hand on the head of a sick patient in bed and a demon behind him and a light glowing around.
I don't know what was up with that. So maybe Trump, I don't think Trump saw that. Yeah, there's like a demon type of angel behind him. I don't know why this reminded me, because I used to game a lot. I don't really game anymore. Once in a blue moon, I'll game a little bit again. When GTA 6 comes out, I'm gaming. But I used to play World of Warcraft. I used to play Warcraft 3. I used to play Diablo. And I remember I had the Diablo game when I was living with my mother, and she found the case of Diablo. If anybody knows Diablo, the case, that's just the devil. My mother's Jehovah's Witness. She's, oh my God, what is this? I said, Ma, it's just a game. It's just a game, Ma. Oh. Yeah, I didn't hear the end of it. I think it was Diablo 3 or something. Diablo 3? Was it Diablo 3? Oh, no, this one. My mother saw this shit. Oh my God, man. Oh, man, it's just a game, man. It's just a game. I'm not worshiping Diablo.
On him. It is obviously him purporting to be God.
Diablo's good. I really like the storyline. 1, 2, and 3. I never played after 3. I wish I kind of maybe did, but I feel like World of Warcraft 3 had such a good storyline. Forget about World of Warcraft. That was just like whatever. I think World of Warcraft 3 had a really amazing storyline. El Diablo.
That is what he's doing. And it is blasphemous by any definition of that word. I actually just looked it up just to have it at the ready. I mean, blasphemy is irreverence towards sacred entities. But here's a longer definition. The act of showing great disrespect, contempt, or defiance toward God, sacred persons, or holy things, insulting, mocking, or slandering the divine. That's what he's done. It's completely inappropriate, and he knows it. I don't know why the president's getting so desperate for attention that he feels the need to mock 1.4 billion Catholics. It's enough, okay?
Oh, and I think he went after the Pope. I've never been a fan of the Pope, though. The popes, I feel like they're just so, like, I don't know, liberal, and just they're just so, like, I don't know, they just accept everything. There's no, like, these popes, they just, like, there's never a hard line for these people. They'll do anything, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, Catholics, I have family that's Catholic. They don't have the best history. I mean, look at this. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Pope. I could care less. Kind of, but I understand, like, some people, they find it very disrespectful. He went after the Pope and stuff.
It's enough with this nonsense. I know you love getting a rise out of people. I know you're really enjoying being subversive. You upset all the right people. I get it. But, you know, like, why? Last week it was Muslims. Now it's Catholics. Who's next? I bet you it's not going to.
Who cares? It was Muslims. Sorry. I know people might not like that. I thought the praise be to Allah was hilarious. I feel like I think about it. I want to say it more often. Praise Allah. You know, I don't know.
Be the Jews. It's not going to be the Israelis.
Probably
I promise you that. That's not coming. This is completely wrong. The president should take down that meme. He should apologize, which is something he never.
That is never going to happen. I'm honestly surprised he took the post down, though. I was like, oh, wow. He took the post down. An apology, I don't ever see happening coming from this guy.
Ever does. But he doesn't care. He won't. He's not going to apologize because he's not sorry. Now, he must be feeling some sort of blowback because it's literally just breaking now that the president deleted the meme.
Yeah.
He must be feeling how.
Well, from what I've heard, that even people on Truth Social have, like, turned or disagreeing. I saw Cam Higbee today posting, and he does not condone or agree with Trump with this particular, like, with this post. I don't think Iran was the right move. I don't. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, like, entrenched in the shit. Some people are entrenched in the shit. I'm not entrenched in it, but it doesn't seem like it was the right move to me. I don't see what we have to gain from it. You know, you could tell me so many times something like, oh, we took out their nukes when the last time we did this bombing thing, and now there's nukes again. Like, there's only so many times you can keep telling me and bullshitting me till like I'm gonna call it out. I don't care who you are. Some people, if there's somebody at a certain status, it doesn't matter. They'll jump off a cliff with them. I'm not gonna jump off a cliff. I voted for the guy 3 times. I'm not jumping off a cliff for Trump. Some of these people will get on their hands and knees and think he's God. They'll pray. You can see in some of these YouTubers too. Some of these YouTubers could do the most horrendous things. They could be accused of the most horrendous things. And we love you. No, we love you. Oh, Mia say a joke, and it's like the end of the fucking world. Some of these YouTubers could be criminals, have criminal histories. They could do the most horrible, fucking horrendous things, and people will lie. I love you. I love you so much. Oh, I make a joke and it's the end of the fucking world for me. You know, I'm not walking off the cliff with you. I don't care who you are. That's the one that YouTuber a long time ago came in the chat, was talking all this shit, and the mods, when I had mods, were afraid to, like, handle this person. I handled it at the end of the stream because, like, I don't care who the fuck you are. If you're being nasty to all of my chat and you think you're going to run this, it's not going to happen. Bye. You're blocked. And this guy's like a beggar, begging his fucking subscribers all the time for money. I don't ever ask for money. The one time I asked for help was with the lawsuit, and people were really great, gracious with that. I don't ask for super chats. I don't ask for fucking memberships. I'm not pushing fucking merch. I rely off the AdSense, the ads and stuff. This YouTuber has his mods on Social Security apologizing. I can't make this month's donation to you. I'm sorry. I'm paying all these medical bills. You know what I would have told that person? I said, yo, don't worry about it. I would have said, just watching me is enough. Thank you for watching my fucking stream. You don't have to be a fucking member. You don't have to pay. You don't have to send this super chat shit. This guy's like demanding these people send the money in, or you're going to be castrated from the live stream. Like, what the hell? We love you. Oh my God, you're the best. It's crazy to me.
How much he's misstepped with that particular meme. So somebody got to him and said, take it down. You've
Whoa, Alan. No, Alan, pause. Alan, I'm sorry. I got to take a screenshot of this. Hold on. Alan said he voted for Trump in 2016. I learned from 17 to 20. I'm not going to post it, but I'm just screenshotting it for documentation purposes, Alan. Hold on. Alan voted for Trump 2016. I'm saving it in the archives in case we ever go to war, Alan. I'm just going to be like, hey, you voted for him. I voted 3 times for him, but I got to save that.
Ended 1.4 billion Catholics who have done nothing to you. In fact, many of us have done nothing but support you. When you get attacked over and over and over. And we would appreciate not being mocked for our religious beliefs.
Yeah, some people take really a big offense to that. I guess I could understand, somewhat. Like I'm not that religious. I pray. I believe there's a God. I went and got baptized one time, and it was like a really I feel like it was spiritual for me. Like it was a real at that. I stopped cursing for a while. I was reading the Bible and stuff, and then I'm not sure what happened. I started cursing again. I believe in God, and I try to do the best, but I'm not I don't go to church. My mother tries to get me to go to church. I don't go to church and stuff. Like the Mormons were knocking at my door. I literally have a Mormon book by the dining table because the Mormons were knocking. And I went to check out their church because I'm open-minded. Like, I'll come check out your shit. Okay, cool. I'll come by. But I was creeped out by the church, to be honest with you. They were nice people. Nothing against Mormons. I was just kind of creeped out by the church. But I can see some people might get offended. Okay, I get it,
Something you seem to be increasingly fond of doing across most, but not all religions. I don't know what he's doing, but the president is spiraling downward in his poll numbers. He is on a downward spiral now. And we'll talk about in a minute what's happening with the white working class. That's Trump's base.
And I wonder if that's true because CNN had said that the white working class, the numbers are down. I don't know if that's true or not. But.
And he's now underwater with them. We saw one poll about 7 to 10 days ago showing it. And now there's another. There's no question. He's collapsed now with the white working class. My friends, that's it. Other than Fox News boomers, there's no one left. There's no one left in the original MAGA coalition.
I mean, I feel like there's still some diehard people that they're still riding with Trump. I think the war thing was not, I don't think it was a good thing. Like I said, I could be wrong. I don't think it was a good thing. We'll have to see the outcome. I really believe, and what I liked about MAGA, what I really believe was taking care of home first. That's what I really believe, taking care of the people here in America. Let's work on healthcare. Let's work on rent. Let's work on housing. Let's work on when he had mentioned, I mentioned this the other day, the credit card rates, we're going to bring it down to 10%. Apparently it didn't work out. It was a proposal. I was like, APR, that's amazing. 10%? Either people are going to be encouraged to pay off their debt or they're going to encourage themselves to put themselves in more debt. Either way, it's a win-win, I think, for these credit cards, but these credit cards will never want you to pay off debt. I've paid off credit cards and they closed my shit. I'm like, what did I do? I had a high balance. I paid it off. I made a big purchase. I paid it off. 2-3 months later, I paid it off. They closed my account. These people don't want you to ever come out of debt. They want you to stay in debt forever and paying their interest rates. You know what I mean? They want you to, your suffering is their monetary gain. Let me see this clip. I haven't watched this yet.
Those people, 2016 in California, supporting him from day one. You know, I love what he did. He came and mixed up the whole system. I got punched in the head in California for wearing a red hat that wasn't even a makeup.
I remember that too. That's kind of ironic. Like, I remember when you couldn't even say that you supported Trump. And I remember now when, like, you say, okay, I disagree with this. And they're like, oh, you never supported Trump or you disagree with him or whatever. It's like, it's weird. Like, we're in a different shift now.
America Great Again hat. So I was there with them for the beginning. But again, a lot of people, peers, try to say, no, you guys are all MAGA. You never change your mind. I'll openly say that what's happening right now is unlike him. It's almost like he has like an evil like force around him. I don't know if it's the Paula Whites, these evangelical Christians in his ear. But I love what John said, Piers, about, you know, the sad thing is, I'm not surprised about I don't agree with it. These tweets about the Pope and Christianity, and by the way, and I'm pretty sure John knows this, Galatians 6:7 says, God will not be mocked. But I'm not surprised. He said he's not a Christian, Piers. When he got sworn in, he didn't put his hand on the Bible this time. He said on Air Force One, he's not going to heaven. I just don't, it's supposed to be America first, Piers. It's supposed to be America number one, okay? And it just seems like there's outside influences, Piers, that are more about them and less about us. And it's a really, really messed up thing because, Piers, look around the corner. Midterms look like it's going to be a bloodbath. And then think about 2028 presidential, who the front runner, technically right now, is Marco Rubio. This war does not seem like it's going to end, Piers, anytime soon, period. There's no uprising. We dropped weapons off to the Kurds. The Kurds took the guns. The Kurds stole the weapons. There's no uprising.
And the Kurds, I don't know too much of this, but I read a little bit about like their history. They've been screwed over by us apparently multiple times that they've tried to help, you know, so.
I know I said at the beginning, Piers, this was told, it was for the people. The Iranians, after 47 years, took to the streets and they were like, we need help. Please help us. We are done. And the president, everybody was like, we're coming to help. We're coming to help. And then all of a sudden, enriched uranium became the story again, which I think is nonsense. We took it out. And the fact that we're supposed to believe intelligence, that now their missiles can come here, I don't believe it, Piers.
And this guy, if you don't know this guy, he's Patrick Bet, whatever. I love the guy's channel, but this is Vin. This guy's a big Trump supporter too, and he's saying like he doesn't agree with this stuff that's currently happening, you know?
I think we were hijacked, and we all know who hijacked it, and Israel has its thing. By the way, Piers, I'm watching videos of they're going after Hezbollah right now in Lebanon. They're taking down full apartment complexes for what? For one terrorist? For two terrorists?
The thing with the kids made me sick too, honestly, man. Like, I don't know. I've said this before. Like, I woke up one night in the middle of the Iran coverage. I woke up in the middle of the night. And I wake up in the middle of the night all the time. Maybe I'll browse, I'll scroll. But that night I woke up and I was thinking about the war or operation, if you want to just say it's an operation. And I just felt kind of sick. Like, something about it in my gut and instinct just felt wrong. You know, I'll never forget that. I woke up in the middle of the night thinking about this shit, and I'm like, it just doesn't feel right to me. I don't know. You know? So anyway, Trump's post, Pope Leo is weak on crime and terrible for foreign policy. He talks about fear of the Trump administration, but doesn't mention the fear that the Catholic Church and the other Christian organizations had during COVID when they were arresting priests, ministers, and everybody else for holding church services, even when going outside. Well, that's true, I guess. And being 10 and even 20 feet apart. I like his brother Louis much more than I like him, but Louis is all MAGA. He gets it. Leo doesn't. I don't want a pope who thinks it's okay for Iran to have a nuclear weapon. Oh. I don't want a pope who thinks it's terrible that America attacked Venezuela, a country that was sending massive amounts of drugs into the United States. And even worse, emptying their prisons, including murderers, drug dealers, and killers, into our country. And I don't want a pope who criticizes the president of the United States because I'm doing exactly what I was elected in a landslide to do. I don't know that Iran was what people elected you for, though. That's the thing, you know? Even the immigration stuff, you know, like people wanted that. They wanted border protection, but at a certain point, it's like these people, I understand if like people are hanging out with each other and they get caught up, but it's like these people that were just working here for years, 30, 40 years, legitimately. Like, yeah, they should get legitimacy. But it's like, it went from like, okay, we're targeting all these criminals, these people that are killing people, these murderers and rapists, like people that have been here for like 50 years and just like working and contributing or whatever. You know, it was just, I don't know, just, it got kind of weird. I still like what that cop did with that lady, where I feel like he was justified in my opinion. Like I haven't changed positions on that, but I don't know. So it says, I don't want the Pope who thinks it's terrible that America attacked Venezuela, a country that was sending in massive amounts of drugs into the United States, and even worse, emptying their prisons, including murderers and drug dealers and killers into our country. I don't want a Pope who criticizes the president and creating the greatest stock market in history, which that's cool. The greatest stock market. I get, I hear the numbers. That honestly, for the regular person, that doesn't do shit for me. I don't give a fuck about the stock market. Like, yeah, I'm sure it affects things, but the regular person, unless you're investing or, certain business, I'm paying rent, I'm paying electricity, I'm paying fucking gas, I'm buying groceries. That's what I care about. I'm paying for health insurance that sucks dick. That's what I care about. There's homeless people all over the place. That's what I care about. And that's what I thought we were going to improve and change. And instead, they're playing this game, this mind game, where they're telling us there's so much oil and we have so much reserves that we don't need these people. But when the strait is closed, the gas prices are going up. I thought we had so much in reserves. Why are they increasing these prices? Well, it's to fuck people over and manipulate and play mind games because they just want money. That's all it's about. They want fucking money. If we have so much in reserve, why are the prices fluctuating, going up, and a barrel, and we're paying all this gas? You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. After a while, you have to fucking open your eyes. You know what I'm saying? What's coming out of your bank account and what you're paying for. It's bullshit. You know? He wasn't on any list to be Pope. He wasn't on there to be by the church because he was an American, and they thought that would be the best way to deal with President Donald J. Trump. Leo wouldn't be in the Vatican. Unfortunately, Leo's weak on crime, weak on nuclear weapons, doesn't sit well with me, nor does the fact that he meets with Obama sympathizers. So people don't like that. I don't know. I don't really, the Pope criticisms, this one really, for me, it's not really, it's kind of like whatever, but I understand some people are very, I just, I guess it shouldn't reflect as a whole, but like with the Catholic Church, when people talk about church and the Catholic Church, and when you start seeing these stories of these priests over and over and over again, and the child abuse that happens, at some point I start looking at it too. It's like, what's up with your church and religion? You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess it shouldn't reflect upon the whole religion, but honestly, the only thing I think about when I think about the Catholic Church is all these priests that abuse children. That's what comes to my mind. That's what you guys represent that. I know maybe that's a horrible thing and people might get offended. Maybe I should stop talking, but it's true though. That's the only thing I think about. It's like you guys have this corrupt child abuse thing where you guys hide it and push it under the rug, and they're covering for each other and all this kind of stuff, and it never gets resolved. And for some reason, there's just this historical thing with kids. You guys and kids and priests and shit. Why would I support that? Why would I get down with that? Why would I pray to that? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Sounds like you're corrupt. Like something's going on within your covenant, as they would say. It's like, I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like something's kind of, I don't know. Anyway, I guess maybe that's it. Let's see if there's anything else. I hope that things work out. I hope with this Iran stuff, I hope that something works out in the benefit and we can move on from this. That's what I hope for. I'm not like wishing for horrible things to happen or praying on Trump's downfall, but I don't, what I'm saying? I hope things work out. Let me see. Brandon Tatum commented about Trump. Let me see what Brandon had to say.
And all this crazy stuff, and then you mad at him for a tweet.
Mr. President, did you post that picture of yourself depicted as Jesus Christ?
Well, it wasn't depicted. It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. And only the fake news could come up with that one. So I had
B12, that's so interesting. My dad was the only one in his Italian family from Italy who would not become a Catholic of the 13 kids. He refused to let me go to their schools, so I went to public and private Christian schools. Wow. And that's not, I'm not saying that like anybody can't be above like Christian teachers, whatever. We hear all these stories. But notoriously, it's like just like this thing with the Catholic Church is just like, what's going on over there?
I just heard about it, and I said, how did they come up with that? It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better.
Now, I don't know if I agree to that, what he just said. I don't know if he's trying to save face or he really believed it. To me, it looked like the healer, Jesus, the healer that healed people and all this other stuff. It does have the American flag in it and everything, so clearly this is not totally a religious thing because Jesus ain't got really nothing to do with an American flag. There was no American flag when Jesus was healing people on earth. But I will say this too, for all the people that get so open arms about this stuff, I do think that it is off-colored a little bit for Trump to do this. But I think people also forget that there is a lot of other people in the Bible, and I know this is not depicted as Jesus, I think it is, but there's a lot of other people in the Bible that healed and did miracles and a lot of other great things. And I can see how Trump could have a parallel of saying it's one person that's doing these great things. Most of us, if we actually read our Bible, we should be doing miracles too. We should be healing, laying hands on people. We should be doing all kind of stuff. But the majority of the church, they just go on Easter Sunday and show a picture with their family, and they don't even go to church consistently or read their Bible or pray. I'm just throwing it out there. I just got so.
Still, though, I mean, you're still kind of moving away from the Trump thing and what happened or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. A lot of people are upset. The Daily Telegraph, Trump repents his Jesus stunt. What? Was this a real article? Oh man, Trump repents his Jesus stunt. I mean, he's making a killing for these news articles and these headlines. I've always thought that too. Like a lot of these news stations would not have much of anything to talk about if it wasn't for Trump. Candace Owens' response to Donald Trump's attack on the Pope says he's truly a demonic influence.
And was only put there by the church, swinging at the Pope. This is what he said. Leo should be thankful because as everyone knows, he was a shocking surprise. He was not on any list to be Pope and was only put there by the church because he was an American, and they thought that would be the best way to deal with President.
I feel like Candace is just quacky. So now try to come and be like the arbiter of like common sense and like truth when you've been like attacking and accusing Erica Kirk and all these people of murder. I can't get down with that. And I know there's people that love and support Candace. I cannot. There's no way that I'm going to sit here with a sane mind and try to like support this crazy bitch because people are like, oh yeah, oh no. I'm sorry. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And what she's been doing is wrong. And the people that support her are wrong. Whether they learn it now or later, they're wrong. That's just a horrendous thing to do. Some of the Erica stuff is funny. Like the memes and stuff, I laughed at that. Even Drewski, I thought it was funny. But like to keep like accusing and harassing and she's a murderer and these people are... That chick is despicable. I will never be cool or align with Candace Owens. Despicable person. She's actually demonic. For a demon to call people demonic and what Trump's doing this and that, no, you're demonic. This is the first opportunity for her to deflect from her evil, decrepit self and say that somebody else is demonic. No, you're the demon. You're Satan. You're Satan's child. You're Satan's daughter. You're demonic. And you have no right to call anybody else demonic. You've been doing some horrible, disgusting, depraved shit. You have no right to call anybody demonic. You are the devil himself. You got no right to say anything about anybody. You should be ashamed of yourself. But, you know, thousands of followers, the money's coming in, her gay husband allegedly, you know, whatever, these rich people that are bored do these marriages that are fucking not real but put together for business dealings, whatever, you know, it's just like I don't know. Anyway, I think that's it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Had fun. We'll see what tomorrow brings. I don't know as far as like standoffs or active shooter. I don't know how we're gonna cover that. Maybe if we have an active shooter and there's live, maybe I'll try putting it in a smaller screen, and maybe I'll change my title and not put guns in the thumbnail and see how that works. I don't know. And see if they accept it. And if they don't and they give me a strike, then we change it up more. We just keep adjusting to whatever it is that the AI system wants. You know, I thought it was kind of funny. I was thinking to myself earlier, it's like, and I made a tweet about this, and I said that, what did I say? I said, where's this at? I don't even know where it's at. I said, let me see. Oh, live your life not by the laws or by the Bible, but by YouTube's ambiguous guidelines. YouTube is like telling you what to do, what you can't say, what you can't say, what you can't show, you can't show reality. You have to abide by, it doesn't matter what's legal, what's not. It doesn't matter that you're in an open carry state, that everybody has guns, it's legal. That doesn't matter. YouTube makes the rules and legality of what you can do and say on YouTube. YouTube does. So don't live your life by God. Don't live your life by morality. Don't live your life by the Bible. Don't live your life by, live your life by the YouTube guidelines. Okay? The YouTube guidelines, the AI gods that are removing channels for AI, but are entirely AI themselves, the hypocrisy. Yeah, those people. But, I love you, I guess. I love you somewhat. I don't know. Unvaccinated blood pushed link to delays. This was one last thing that I saw that was kind of interesting. An increasing number of patients are requesting unvaccinated blood for transfusions. Unvaccinated blood. What? There's no evidence that unvaccinated blood presents any safety benefit, according to some publishing, but some people are asking for unvaccinated, like it's gold or something. Vanderbilt University in Tennessee, which conducted a research, received 15 requests for unvaccinated blood. It was like an episode of True Blood. They should bring True Blood back. Unvaccinated blood. Damn. Among the study patient group, 2 became much sicker after refusing a standard blood transfusion, probably because of the delay. One patient developed anemia, a condition where the blood lacks enough healthy red blood cells to carry adequate oxygen. I think some of these people, the only problem with this is people are, when they need this blood and they're holding off for unvaccinated blood, then they're putting themselves in a situation where you're delaying the medical care that you need. I can understand, I guess, like, shit, I didn't get the vaccine either. And then you're going to get a transfusion with the vaccine in it. You know, it's like, but at the same time, if you got to live, you need a medical emergency, you better just take the shit. Prolong your life, I guess, you know, as long as you can. Yeah, I didn't get the vaccine, and I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm fine. I'm actually the one that gets the least sick in my family. My family's getting sick all the time. My daughter gets sick. She didn't get the vaccine either, though. But my daughter gets sick. My mother's sick more than me, and she got the vaccine. I think she got the vaccine, and she got the booster. One booster. I think my sister got the vaccine and the booster. And I think after the booster, they were kind of like, fuck that. Like, I'm not getting the next one. And I was like, no, go ahead, get all the boosters. Get all the shots you want to get. I'm just kidding. I didn't get it. I didn't, but it's different for everybody because there's people that are immunocompromised. I understand that. Like, that's complicated. Some people have these illnesses, and they got to do what they got to do. I'm not trying to, I'm good. I'm not gonna. It's just reminding me of like when they're trying to push the flu vaccine on me. Oh, you gotta get the flu vaccine. When I used to work at the hospital, you get the flu vaccine. They used to. One of the top CEOs would walk around the hospital, encouraging people to get this flu vaccine, and like it stood out to me as weird. Like you have all that time in your hand. Why are you pushing this shit so hard? And then I found out that they get kickbacks from the insurance companies. And I found out that it's all a guessing game with the flu vaccine. They're just guessing. I guess they're doing the best that they can do, guessing these strains. Every year they're pumping you with these fucking strains. I'm good. I don't need you to pump me every year with this random concoction of bullshit. And one of the last efficacy rates that came out, I forgot what it was. They said it was really bad. Like the efficacy rates were low. Every year they'll tell you that you can find the rates of efficacy. You should check it out. Efficacy. Flu vaccines didn't work so well in the U.S., officials find. This was March 14, 2026. But they want to push you to take this shit all the time. And if you don't take it or inject yourself or you don't inject your kids, you're a horrible person. A new strain that dominated the early winter was not well matched to the vaccine, leading to an intense early onslaught of the flu. I'm not telling you don't take it. I'm saying if you got, you're immunocompromised or you're elderly, do what you got to do. Talk to your doctor. But I'm just saying that these people would try to come in and guilt trip me. And I took it twice. When my daughter was about to be born, she's like, oh, you have a kid. You're not going to take the vaccine. You could get your kid sick. And this person guilt tripped me. And I was the most sick I've ever been the 2 times I took it. The most sick I've ever been was the twice that I took the vaccine. I said, you know what? Never again. Why am I going to just keep injecting myself, be a zombie with these random concoctions every year? I was like, why? No thanks. And my daughter's vaccines, she got her vaccines, not the flu or the COVID vaccine, because they're trying to push it on kids too. They're trying to push the new formulated one on kids. But she got her vaccines when she was a baby and growing up. And all I did was we separated it. I had a nice doctor. And I was like, why do we have to take all this stuff at the same time now? And he was like, oh, well, because most people are not going to keep coming back. And I was like, no, I'll keep coming back. Can we separate them? And he's like, we separated them. We didn't give everything like on top of each other, Some places will work with you if you're going to come back. Okay, we'll separate it, come back, whatever. So yeah. You take ivermectin, really? I think I got COVID like twice, I think. And I took some the irony, and somebody called me out on this, and maybe it is ironic. Somebody had called me out and said, because I took this experimental drug. I don't think it was was it ivermectin? I don't know. In Florida, they were giving it out. They said, if you get the symptoms within a couple of days, you can come in. There was like this line. I went and I took this experimental thing. They shot it in my stomach. And it's supposed to lessen the symptoms. 2 days later, I was fine. But somebody did call me out a bit on the hypocrisy. Like, okay, you're not going to take the flu vaccine, but you're going to take this other experimental shit and inject it in yourself, which is kind of true. I don't know. It's true, I guess. These people consume all kinds of horrible stuff daily, and then you don't want to take the vaccine. You're smoking meth, but I'm not going to take the vaccine, I understand that point. It's true, I guess. I mean, I'm not smoking meth, but you know what I mean. So, but anyway, yeah, I guess I'm gonna head out. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the hangout. Be safe. A lot of craziness going on. A lot of crazy stuff going on in politics and just around. Mental health is just like crazy. And again, like I said previously, like some of these standoffs and barricades lately, they're like leading to people dying, like killing themselves or getting shot. The guy got ran over by a bear cat. I don't know if it's just this a brief period, if this is like temporary or this is a shift of mental health that things are getting worse. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So just try to take care of yourselves. And then the kids too, the kids, time flies. These kids grow up so fast. All right. Take care. Bye. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, the meningitis. Yeah. That's a scary one. Meningitis is scary. Yeah. Bye. Bloop, bloop.